What's up, my beautiful people? Welcome back to the channel, your absolute favorite spot for all the hottest Nollywood updates, behind the scenes drama, and pure unadulterated celebrity gist. If you are as obsessed with Nollywood romance as I am, you already know you are in the right place. Before we get into today's massive story, do your favorite blogger a quick favor. Smash the subscription button, hit the notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up. You don't want to miss any single second of the tea we are going to spill today. Alright, let's talk about the couple that has been living rent free in our heads for months. Yes, I'm talking about the phenomenal Chinenye, Nnebe, and the absolute heart drop Clinton Joshua. Now if you have been on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube lately, you have probably seen their names trending every single day. Shippers been have been shipping these two so hard that we have practically built an entire navy. We have analyzed their interviews, we have watched their BTS videos, frame by frame, and we have swooned over every single intense stare they have shared on screen. Up until recently, there was one major thing, missing, and a boundary they hadn't crossed, the holy grail of Nollywood shipping. I'm talking about the first real KISS, if you know what I mean. The hype surrounding the moment has been nothing short of chaotic. Today, we are breaking down why this specific KISS broke the internet, how Clinton infamous no KISS ing, you know, rumors played into the madness, and why fans are convinced this wasn't just acting, it was highly personal. Grab your popcorn because we are diving deep into the first KISS, hype. This moment didn't just trend, it's practically broke the Nollywood internet. Let's unwrap exactly why the one scene caused a whole stampede online and what Clinton himself had to say about his KISS rules. To understand why the KISS was such a monumental event, you have to understand the mystery that is Clinton Joshua. When Clinton first, started making waves in Hollywood, he quickly gained a reputation for being the ultimate clean cut and boy next door heartthrob. But he also came, with a very specific self-imposed rule. He was notoriously selective about KSS ing scenes. In fact, he openly spoke in the interviews about how he prefers to keep things PG, trying to avoid being boxed into just the lover boy who KSS is everybody, everyone who for a long time he kept things incredibly PG. His romantic scenes were all about intense eye contact, sweet hugs and almost KSS. You know what I'm talking about, right? That left fans screaming at their screen in sheer frustration. But then came his projections with Chinenye Nnebe. Now, Chinenye is Nollywood royalty. She has been in this industry since she was a child, and she knows exactly how to command a scene. When she and Clinton were paired together, the energy was instant. Shippers immediately went to work, creating fan edits and analyzing every single behind the scenes TikToks they posted on TikToks. The tension was building movie after movie, but still no real passionate KSS. Shippers were, literally surviving on scrums. Then the moment finally arrived. The directors and writers decided to, it was time to give the people what they had been, begging for. When Clinton and Chinenye finally shared the deep, emotional, highly anticipated on-screen KSS, coupled, with a dramatic, heart-stopping proposal scene, the collective gasp of the Nollywood fandom, could be heard from space. It wasn't just a quick, awkward peck on the cheek. To satisfy the script, it was a real, passionate, lingering KSS that looked so incredibly natural. It sent shockwaves through the community. The internet went into absolute uncontrollable meltdown. Twitter was flooded with slow, motions edits of the KSS within minutes of movie dropping. Fans started analyzing the mechanics of the KSS like they were, forensic scientists. They were pointing out how Clinton held, how Clinton, how Chinenye reacted and asserted that you cannot fake that kind of emotion. The comment sections were filled with people claiming that there wasn't just acting, this was a real life confession, disguised as a movie scene. But the hype reached a whole new level when Clinton himself addressed his on-screen KSS engine, choices in the interviews and videos. Clinton finally explained his perspective during, dropping hints that left shippers spinning. He basically implied that if he was going to do a real romantic scene, it had to be with someone he felt completely comfortable with, someone he trusted completely as a professional and a cool star, and who fits that description better than Chinenye Nnebe. Fans immediately ran with this, translating it as he saved his first, major on-screen romantic KSS, especially for Chinenye, whether that's 100% the official case or just brilliant marketing. You have to admit, strategy worked beautifully. It turned a standard romantic movie scene into a cultural event for Nollywood shippers. For instance, in an emotional climax in one of their blockbusters, 2025 or 2026 releases a movie like a KSS before morning or the moment we KSS, the director finally let the cameras roll without cutting away. And let me tell you, it was not some awkward side angle blink and you miss it touch of the lips. It was a real passionate and beautiful executed romantic KSS. The moment that scene hit YouTube, the comment section suddenly up imploded, it exploded. TikTok edits of the KSS were circulating within minutes, set to the most emotional love songs. So you can think of it. Shippers were celebrating like their favorite football team had just won the World Cup. People were commenting like, he broke his rule for her. You can't break that kind of passion, and that wasn't acting. That was the real love. The sheer hype surrounding the first KSS proved one thing: the Chinenye and Clinton had, managed to build a level of engagement that most Nollywood pairings can only dream of. It wasn't just a scene in a movie anymore. The fans, it felt like a major milestone in a real life love story. But hey, okay, that's just my take on it. Now I want to hear from you, the real bosses of this channel. What was your honest reaction when you first saw Clinton and Chinenye finally locking on, the limbs and on screen? Do you think it was purely professional, or did you feel the real life sparks, flying through the scene, through your screen? Now, drop your thoughts, your wildest theories, and your favorite movie moments of them in the comment section below. I'll be down there to reply to every of your possible comments. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you enjoyed the gossip, share it with your fellow Nollywood fanatics and subscribe for more juicy updates. Until next time, keep your eyes on the screen and stay fabulous. Bye.